See how effective are those
But
Covishield
sir,
vaccine.
there are many chances that in India especially there can be more cases than 16 or 17.
There can be more cases. I know that. I mean,
In Riyadh here we have like strict instructions ki still now this time the government told that masks are not necessary in open places, but in
mm-hmm.
closed places like schools, malls and all this, masks are necessary. So like slowly they are reducing the rules. Then let's see what will happen.
No, Kingdom, it does not take any chance. I think with the like on from the onset only, Kingdom was not taking any chance. Like the rules and regulation that they had was, I think, the most stringent. I would say it was the most stringent rules. But also, Kingdom is a welfare state, so nobody complains generally because they give a lot of amenities there, right? I mean, obviously, to the Saudis mostly,
Yeah.
to the Saudis. So that is why, you know what, I mean, the kingdom will always be a kingdom. It will never be a democracy because they only have one source of income, and that source of income is, I mean, what I can say, it is a huge source of income for the government, and also that it is a welfare state. I mean, it is the best welfare state one can have. They have free education. They have, I mean, I have uncle who used to work as a doctor in kingdom, and he used to say that सऊदी को छींक भी आ जाए ना तो वो हॉस्पिटल चला आता है क्योंकि फ्री है सब कुछ. And if you see in India, I mean, government hospitals, I mean, they're also, I mean, I think all the hospitals are government hospitals, yes or no? Maimuna? Or
In
most of them?
in Riyadh? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
probably.
है ना?
Yeah.
अच्छा, do they charge you guys?
Yeah, we get charged dependent fee every year.
Acha, you are charged some fee every year, but that is a constant fee. I mean, it does not depend what kind of treatment or what kind of tests you're taking
No,
in the
like
hospital.
see, you get Ikama, I mean, sorry, Bupa
Uh, it-
cards.
okay,
Bupa cards also you get like in some hospitals that work. Like you get
okay.
50% discount, somewhat like that in hospital areas.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so there are some amenities for the expats also. Okay.
Yeah, but less than the Saudis.
Obviously, less than the Saudis. Of course. By the way, okay. Ye is Minashi is in Bahrain. Now, one thing for you guys, maybe you talk to some of your friends or someone if they live in some different countries and check now whether, I mean, which country has the best amenities for the expats. I mean, the non-residents. Or if somebody has any idea like which country has the most amenities, like where is the government giving most facilities to the non-residents, check and tell me. I don't know much about Bahrain things, but what do you think, Minashi, in Bahrain, how is like the hospital services and these things are free? Nothing is free?
Not free.
Not free,
Like,
but what is the
my
charge, I mean?
father got medicines free, like every month.
Okay, so in some, there are some cases where you have, but it is still very, what I can say. So things are quite better from India, I would say, in these terms.
Far better, sir. Like India is totally somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But again, like I mean, till the time I'm in India, then I would obviously have. I mean, I like it here. I've never been outside, so how would I know where will I like relatively? But I have seen people like very miserable during the holidays. So I just don't want to feel that. You would, I think, you all would relate, right? Like the holidays are very terrible in the Middle East.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mazia is saying, yeah.
Like the weather.
Weather is also terrible.
Not really. Like you have nice weathers as well. Like
Yeah,
winters, sometimes you feel it really cold. Like you can enjoy the days. Like it's like that.
I think weather is fine because humans have advanced in such a way that we can change the condition in which we want to live. And also, I think wherever you go, there is AC in Middle East. It's not like in India. I think UAE has some bus stands where you have in the bus stands also there are ACs. But it is kind of a paradox because if one of the ACs gets broken down or something, then that would be really hot, really hot. I think UAE has those kind of bus stands.
Now
Okay.
I think in most of the cities, like
Mhm.
there's a metro starting in there. Like those are electricity trains which go like underneath the ground. I'm talking.
देखिए अब इन चीजों में तो इंडिया बहुत आगे है ना लाइक
Yeah,
हैव यू
India.
सीन
Yeah, India
इधर
started this earlier than the others. Yeah, that's
हाँ where I mean it is just because it was the need. I mean India needed that. Obviously Saudis they don't need that. I don't think it will be much populated even after it is like starting में रहेगा because they will have some kind of interest in metros, but eventually it will
true.
fade out. Most of them will still carry on with the cars they have. Okay. Uh, neon dioxygen mixture. Please write the question. And neon dioxygen mixture contains 70.6 gram of dioxygen. 70.6 gram of dioxygen and 167.5 gram of neon. The pressure of mixture mixture of gas in the cylinder is 25 bar. What is the partial pressure of dioxygen and neon? Okay, so I think you all can understand the question, and I hope that you have the approach how to do this question. Just read it once and let me know about that. I will ask all of you if you can do that or not. If somebody is not able to do, I mean, they are not able to comprehend which approach they have to take, I will help you guys. Okay, fine. Razan, you are from Dammam Indian School? नहीं ठीक है नहीं दमाम नहीं कुछ और था डी
No,
से ही है ना
sir.
कुछ डी से ही है ना
Riyadh.
कुछ
No, sir.
रियाद ओनली
International Indian School, Riyadh.
रियाद ओनली अच्छा
Mhm.
अच्छा so you are the one who knows Hiba or does Memuna knows Hiba? Memuna is from which school?
I'm from New Middle East International School.
New Middle East. हाँ, New Middle East. So Razan, you must be knowing Hiba, no? No,
No, sir.
no, you don't know Hiba. Okay, different sections.
I knew one of the girl. Her name was Maze, I guess.
Mayes, हाँ.
She was there with me till 10th. Then after that, she went to ISR. So then we got separated.
Okay. I think she's not with us right now. I mean, in the sense in the coaching, tuition, whatever you call. What do you call this thing? I have not come up with I mean, any name that I can.
I call it LearnView platform.
नहीं वो तो like it is a specific name, but obviously वो नाम तो है ही. But generalized and what should be online classes? The online classes it is way too generalized. It can be school
Tuition.
classes also. Tuition,
Yeah.
not coaching, tuitions. I think yeah. Online tuitions, yeah. So I teach from a typical village, and I mean, how many of you know khapda in Hindi? There is a word which is known as khapda. You know that? No. No one knows that. So those
Yes,
are
sir.
Khalil, हाँ Khalil को पता होगा कपड़ा है ना, तो
Yes, sir.
like you're from Hazaribagh na or Dhanbad?
Dhanbad.
Dhanbad na. So like in your locality, do you have those? I mean, Dhanbad city or Dhanbad some village or town?
So now we shifted to a town. Earlier it was in the village.
Acha, in the village. Now you are to the Dhanbad city or
Yes,
some
sir. City.
Dhanbad city. Acha. So like how was the village? Like did it had a block or something, or you don't know that?
I don't remember that well. It was-
Acha. So I teach in I think I mean खपड़े के घर थे वहाँ पे.
हाँ कभी कभी दिख जाते थे.
अच्छा कभी कभी दिख जाता है, but it is in my street only. I mean, so but it is not backward. I mean, the sense that it, yeah, some people are have not made new houses. It's just that, but the village is quite. I can say it is advanced because we have some people who have. I mean, they are my grandfathers only. They live in US, and there are some people who have shifted to Kuwait. So in that sense, it is fine, but there is a huge gap. So those who are here, they find it very strange, like teaching online. I mean, more importantly, to the Middle East people. So when I say I teach to the Middle East students, so they say तो उनको हिंदी वगैरह आती है, English आती है उनको इतनी अच्छी. So they don't even comprehend that we have Indian schools there. I knew about Indian schools, but the magnitude they have, I mean, the number of Indian schools which are there, I did not know about that. अच्छा, now tell me about the question. हो रहा है आप लोगों से? Yes, Khalil.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mamuna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mazia. Mazia, you need some help? Let me know.
No, sir.
Okay, doing. Minashi?
That will-
Yes, Minashi. You're doing now?
Yes.
Okay. What about you, Razan?
Yes, you do.
Okay. I think some of all of you will calculate the number of moles at some point in this question. So it is better that if you give me the number of moles first and then proceed. So I can confirm whether it is right or not. Someone has sent me. Yes, Khalil, that is correct. Number of moles, na? Yeah, moles is right. Okay, Mamuna has got the partial pressures also. Yes, Mamuna, correct. Very good, correct. Neon. Yes, you can see that. Yeah, Khalil. Minashi, it is correct for the dioxygen, but I think you need to recheck the neon number of moles. Minashi, once again, just do one more digit after the decimal point. है ना? So one rule I think I have told you guys, that keep at least 2 digits after the decimal point. Okay, 2 digits after the decimal point. If you have any number before the decimal point. Okay. So what I mean by saying that is, for example, if you have 0 point and you are dividing somewhere, then you have to go more than decimal point. So if you have 0 point something, then you have to do 2 non-zero, at least 2 non-zero digits after the decimal point. But if you have something like 1, so if the number is greater than 1, then you can do 2 digits, whether it is 0. If you get 1.000, then it's fine. But if you get here, while you have got 0, then you got point, then you get again 0 and again 0, then you will not stop here. You should do till 2 non-zero. Okay, Mazia is saying something. Mazia, what is that? And you have just given me some numbers.
It's the number of moles for neon and dioxygen.
9. It is not. What is the formula for number of moles, Mazia?
Sorry, sir, 1 second.
Yes, Razan, that is correct. Yes, Khalil, correct. Mazia, you are doing right. I asked you something.
Yes, sir.
So tell me what is the formula that you are using for calculating the number of moles? Fast,
Mass
fast.
by molar.
Mass by molar mass, na? So what is the molar mass of dioxygen? What is the molar mass for dioxygen? Yes, mass, yeah. Mm. This is the molar mass for dioxygen. That is the mass, na? Mass, yeah. So see, the number of moles will be equal to the given mass by molar mass. Okay, so for O2, we will start for O2. So O2 is how much? The given mass is 70.6 grams divided by the molar mass of dioxygen will be equal to 32 grams per mole. And you will get 2.21. Something around 2.2, I would say. Now, similarly, the number of moles of neon will be equal to the given mass is how much? 167.5 divided by 20. So this will be 16.75 by 2, which will be equal to 8.375 moles. अरे 8.29 कैसे होगा? 8.375 it will be, ना? See, 16 का half of 16 is 8 and half of 0.75 is 375. It will be 8.375, not 8.29. Why you are getting 8.29? कैसे मिल रहा है आपको? Yeah, it's not 8.29. Now moving on to what? Now moving on. Now I will see how many of you have used your mind and how many of you were just working as laborers. Okay. Now you have number of moles of O2 will be equal to chi of O2 will be equal to number of moles of O2 divided by number of moles of O2 plus number of moles of Ne. And number of moles of O2 will be equal to how much? 2.2 divided by 2.2 plus 8.375. So this will be around 2.2 divided by, you have 5, 7 plus 2. No, not 7 plus 2, so it will be 7 only. And then you have 3 plus 2, which is 5, and 10. So see, here it is somewhere around 2, and if I just double it, it will be 5.75. So this will be somewhere around 0.2. 10 by 2, no? 2 by 10 will be equal to 1 by 5, and 1 by 5 is equal to something around 0.2. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is 0.2. And how many of you did this? How many of you did this? Please raise your hand now. Khalil, Maimuna, Mazia, Shoaib, Minashi, and Razan.
Sir, I didn't do this. I did number of moles of neon plus number of moles of dioxygen is equals to 1.
Is equal to 1. That was smart. Very good, Maimuna. What about others?
Yes, I did the same.
Same. Razan, what about you?
Same.
I mean, same in the sense the chi of Ne will be equal to 1 minus 0.2, na? All of you did this, right?
No, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this
No,
is
no,
what
no.
I said, 10.2.
This
Like
is
the
10.2.
decimal went there. Like
10?
I added the both and I had calculation mistakes, so it became 10.2.
Okay. But it is 1 minus 0.2. Okay. So Khalil, you did not. You did this, na, Khalil?
Which one? So I did chi of dioxygen plus chi of oxygen is equal to 1.
Chi of dioxygen plus chi of oxygen. Oxygen कहाँ से आ गया?
I mean neon.
Neon. Okay.
Is equal to
I mean
1.
it is. So
The
that
same.
means you did the same thing
Yes,
only,
sir.
na? Same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So good. Very good. Now moving on to pressure of O2. So this will be equal to what? 0.2 into 25 bar. We'll get what? 5 bar. I mean, if you calculate, I mean, without any approximation, I have done approximations here. As you can see, this is something around 0.21, I guess. And also, I would say there is some approximation. This is 2.21. But essentially, if you round those things up now, you will get 5 bar here, and for neon, you will get 0.8 into 25 bar, which is how much? Which is 4 times this. So 5 4s are 20. Because these things are same, but this is 4 times, so this will be 4 times also. So 5 4s are 20 bar. And I think it is in reality it is 5.25, and this is what, 19.75 now. But if you round them up, they are equivalent. Okay. Now moving on. Next, we are going to learn kinetic theory of gases. Okay, kinetic theory of gases. So we will be learning about some theory of gases. Okay, theory of gases. This is the first time. Why? See, we need theories for everything. There are some things that we need. I mean, we observe a few things and then we theorize them. Okay, then we theorize them in order to predict, in order to make some predictions and make some mental model in our head. So, for example, if I'm talking about gas, we should be referring to a particular theory when we are talking about gas. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. For example, if I'm talking about gas and we don't have any theory, then if I'm talking about in general about a gas, then they will be asking me which gas. That is why we create some theories. So whenever I'm talking about gas, I mean that particular theoretical gas that we have told about. So all these things that we are learning right now is about ideal gas. So we are not talking about any real gas as of now, because as we come to the real gas, there will be various factors which will be affecting the behavior of gases from its size to its molar masses. So now what we are doing, we are just theorizing what kind of gas we will be talking about and we will be dealing with when we say a gas. So please write kinetic theory of gas, kinetic theory of gas. Now, these are very, what I can say, some of them are very redundant type of and trivial type of information. And these postulates are very trivial in the sense that, first of all, they are saying what are gas, how big are they? The first question that they are answering is what is gas and how are they? I mean, how many should we take at a time? Can we take only one gaseous molecule at a time, and then can we conduct studies with them? So they are talking about those things in the first statement. So please write with me, all gases are made up of very large number of very small particles. Okay, so when we talk about gas, then we talk about a lump of gas. Okay, we talk about a bulk of gas, and these molecules, these particles that made up that makes the bulk, they are very small particles. They are very small particles. Okay, now the next question about that is, next question would be, okay, fine, those are the gases, the particles, but like where are they? I mean, relative to each other. If I talk about position of one gaseous particle to the another gas particle, are they very near or are they close? I mean, are they far apart? So what is the answer? Are they nearby or are they far apart with each other? The gaseous particles? Guys? Far apart. Na? So these are very trivial things. So what you should do here is, you should not remember these lines in kinetic theory of gases. Rather, you should be remembering and trying to remember the questions that they are answering. So I think that will make it easy for you to retain this information. Then write the particles are separated from, the particles are separated from each other by very large distance. By very large distance. Okay. Now, what does that mean? It means that now again, can you see that we are just generalizing about a gas? I mean, about some gas. We are not talking about whether it is helium, neon, or argon, anything. Now, when individual gases will come, they will come with their own differences. But as of now, what we are doing, we are just generalizing these points about gas. What does it mean when we say the word gas? So let us say this is a container, and let me make one more container here. And all of you guys, please don't worry if I am scrolling up or down and you are not able to write something. I would say that it is better that if you just listen to me right now and don't bother so much with writing. You may write, but don't put your all efforts on writing. Now, let me also point some gaseous molecules here. So let us say these are the gaseous atoms. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let us say one more here, 6. Now, this is what this is the volume. Is this the volume of gas? No, this is the volume occupied by gas. Volume occupied by gas. I mean, obviously at a certain pressure and at a certain temperature. But if you want to look at the real volume of the gaseous molecule, so the real volume will be how much? The real volume will be, let us say oops, I should have taken the red color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes or no? This will be the real volume, no? All of you understand this? Yes or no? No, this is the real volume. What about others? Razan, Minashi?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a real volume of gas. What does this mean? Now, this can lead us to third point. The actual volume of gas the actual volume of these gaseous particles, it is negligible when we compare this to the volume occupied by the gas. Okay. So now I will say the actual volume of gas particles is negligible compared to the volume occupied by gas. Okay. Now, as you can see, it is in continuation with the second point. It is in continuation. That means it is consequence of the second point. So in some books, you will see this point in a single point. Now, the next question that you can ask is, for example, we have shown these particles as here, 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 and here. So what does that mean? Does it mean that they will be here at all times, or will they be moving somewhere else as the time passes? What would be happening? Can you, okay, somebody said something, but I could not hear that. Can you say a bit loud? It will be moving. Okay. Oh, yes, it will be moving. So the particles are in a constant motion. Particles are in a constant motion, and at what? And at random direction. At random direction. And also what happens now, since they are in constant motion at random directions, then they will collide also. No? So they also collide with each other, and with the walls of container and the walls of container. This leads to change in their direction. Change in their direction. Okay. So write these 4 points first, and then I will ask you a question. Okay. Then I will ask you a question regarding the collision. How many of you have learned elastic collisions and inelastic collisions? How many of you? In physics, you have not learned till now elastic, inelastic. Khalil has learned. What about others?
Yes, sir.
Maimuna has learned. Mazia, Shoaib, Abdul
Yes.
Wahid, Razan. What about you? Minashi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अरे तो भाई आप लोग का नाम लेने से ही जवाब दीजिएगा क्या? All of you would have turned the mic on and said yes sir. Now turn on your mic and say yes sir, all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
है ना? तो हम ऐसे भी तो सुनाई दे दिया हमें. हाँ, okay. Okay, let me know, okay, if you're done. Don't wait for me to ask you whether you are done or not. तो हम ही आदत खराब कर देते हैं, एक एक को पूछते हैं तो इस वजह से सब इंतजार में ही रहते हैं. How are you, Abdul Wahid? See here.
Done.
Done. Okay. So think about whether these collisions will be elastic or inelastic, and also with the reason. Okay, also with the reason. Why do you think it will be elastic, or why do you think it will be inelastic? Okay, everyone is done.
Yes, sir.
Maimuna, you are done. Okay, I'm waiting for others. Can you say yes sir or a no sir, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
वाह, बताइए. कोई जवाब ही नहीं देता है अजय, except मैमुना. मैमुना को लगेगा सर हम तो जवाब देते हैं. Okay, so what do you guys thought? Elastic or inelastic? हाँ guys,
Elastic.
elastic. Okay, but with a reason, na? He said. Tell me the reason.
Elastic maybe because there is no force of attraction between the molecules and the walls of the container.
Okay, but that means if it was why? I mean, if it was if there was some attraction, then why would it had been inelastic?
If it would be inelastic, then kinetic energy would be conserved in it. Here,
It would be-
kinetic energy is not conserved, right?
We did not write anything like that, na? Also, one more thing. See, one more thing. So here, if let us say, ऐसे नहीं बात करेंगे हम लोग इस तरह से, है ना, कि like कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. See, chemistry is one of the, yeah, I can say it is one of the real sciences that you are going to study. Even though physics आप लोग को लग रहा होगा कि बहुत real हम लोग कर रहे हैं, but at your stage, you're just learning the fundamentals of physics. For example, पूरी physics पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने, आप लोग ये लेके चलते हैं कि friction है ही नहीं. Yes or no? We take friction as, I mean, generally, like if you're moving, if it is something is rolling, like when we take friction only when we have to study friction. Yes or no?
Yes.
Anna? So, but that is not the real scene. That is not the real thing that happens. We have frictions everywhere. Okay. So but in chemistry, I mean, that is why this is chemistry is sometimes a bit tough, because it is one of the real sciences that you can do. Now think about a time where you have handled gases, not in laboratory, in your home only, when you have handled gases in a container. Think about a time. You all have handled gases नहीं याद आ रहा किसी को? Okay, I will give you some time to think. And he did not measure, but you were also aware of its volume, like in a, what I can say, not in a quantitative way, but in a qualitative way, like, okay, fine, itna hai. And you were also aware of its pressure. Okay, nahi, ab pressure bahut zyada ho gaya hai. So things like that. So think. You all have handled gases in a container, in a closed container, I would say. Pretty closed container. Otherwise, Khalil, tell me.
The gas cylinders, the cooking one.
But you have not handled that, actually. You're not handled that, no? I mean, you have handled, I mean, it is not closed, it is open, because if you turn the gas on, it is open. So you have handled gas in the open sense. Think. LPG is the same thing, na, Mazia? No one. Acha, let me give you a hint. You will see that in the thing that I'm talking about. In malls and all, you will seeing those things in, what I can say, 10 plus 6, 16 days. In around 16 days, you will see that everywhere in malls and some other places also. Maybe, I don't know. Balloons. Very good. Itna hint dene ke baad balloons samajh mein aaya. Yes. So all of you have handled balloons, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have handled balloons. Okay. Now think about it. Okay. Now think about it. So inside the balloons, please say yes or no. Okay. Firstly, I will be asking very simple question. Inside the balloon, there are gases molecule. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now they are at a random motion. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
They will be colliding with each other. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now we want to determine this collision, whether it is elastic or inelastic. Now we should take, first of all, inelastic. Let us see what will happen if it is inelastic and what would have happened if it was elastic. Okay. Now, when we have inelastic collision, then the energy is dissipated, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
The energy, some energy is, I mean, it is, they say it is lost, you can say, but it is not lost, rather than it is changed into some other form. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what do you think? Now think about collision, not in the molecular level, but also in kind of human level, the macro level also. Think about collision. What do you, I mean, see, whenever you measure something, now you have 5 senses. Okay, you have 5 senses, and only through them you can measure something. So what you have sight, you have touch, you have ears. Na? So these things, I mean, jitna bhi aap log analysis, like chemistry analysis is there, na? So it all goes back to what are the 5 senses that you have. So for example, if you go to the lab, you will see color changes. So that is using your eyesight. Na? Now you will have some smell. So that is using the smelling sense that you have. So whatever information that you take in, the input mediums are 5. Now you tell me about a collision. Think about a collision, and what will you see, or what will you hear, or what will you feel that may tell you that it is inelastic. समझ में आ रही हम क्या कह रहे हैं बातें? नहीं आ रही? Not a problem. If there are something that you guys are not understanding now, that is fine. You may think over it sometime later, and then आपको समझ में आएगी बातें. But You understand the question that I'm asking, right? Think of a collision and how will you determine whether it is elastic or inelastic? Physics में तो बहुत आसानी से कह दिया, थ्योरी में लिखने वाली बातें हो गई. That energy will be dissipated, but how will you detect that energy is dissipated or not dissipated?
So the net force will be 0.
हाँ, कैसे कैलकुलेट कीजिएगा ये बताइए. Yeah, I mean, like, see, chemists, they have a very, thing about measurements. So I will be ruthless. I will say, जो भी आप कह रहे हो बताइए कैसे measure कीजिएगा. How will you do it? हाँ. अच्छा, अब आप लोगों को लगेगा कि हम लोग कितनी बेकार आदमी है, बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं पता. Listen, if there is a collision with a sound, then it is elastic or inelastic. If there is a collision with a sound, that will be elastic or inelastic. अरे कोई दो चीजें टकराई ना, there was a collision and it also produced sound, then that means if the sound has been produced due to collision, that means the collision was inelastic because some of the energy has been converted into sound energy. Yes or no?
Yes,
नहीं.
sir.
अरे what about others? मीनाक्षी, रज़ान,
Yes.
है ना? हाँ, तो प्लीज, हाँ, like you will be thinking, सर हम तो सोच रहे थे कुछ हाई-फाई साइंस बताइएगा आप, but it is not like that. You have to use the, I mean the simplest things possible. Okay, now tell me about something else. I have used one of the senses. Now I'm hinting towards one of the sense, feel. Okay, you feel things. So if it is inelastic collision, what will you feel? See, so छूमंतर हो जाता है इनका दिमाग बिल्कुल.
Sir, heat.
हाँ, very good, है ना? Heat. All of you agree? Yes or no? Razan, Minashi, Mazia, Maimuna, है ना?
Yes,
All of
sir.
you agree?
Sir.
है ना? Please. थोड़ा जमीन पे आ जाएं आप लोग, है ना? Net force, Khalid, है ना? So you will be answering me things in terms that you can, I mean, exactly, very confirmly tell to even like a kid. You can teach a kid, na? If you will just tell them that there are two words that you should remember: elastic and inelastic. Okay, so why? So these are types of collision. जब दो चीज टकराती है तो ये चीज होता है. So when it is elastic, when you hear some sound and you feel some heat which is produced, so that will be inelastic. He doesn't want to know whether energy is dissipated. He doesn't want to know. We want to see things. We want to have things which can be measurable and which can be detected. Okay, now coming back to the gases balloon. है ना? Coming back to the balloon. Now, when you hold that balloon, do you feel any heat? Like, does the temperature of that balloon changes if you just keep holding it?
No.
No.
No, na, no, it doesn't happen. अच्छा, उसको एकदम कान में लगा के सुनिए. Do you hear any sounds?
No.
Like the collision? No, na. We don't. So, like, now I would say, I don't know. I have not measured things. I don't know what is happening inside with her, how much energy is dissipating. But if I want to measure that, it is, even if there is inelastic collision, the energy change is not measurable. The energy change is not measurable in the sense that there is not significant temperature change. Whatever temperature would be changing, it will be due to, most importantly, due to the environment in which the gas is present. And also I cannot detect any sound. So that is why I would say it is elastic collision. You will see it is perfectly elastic collision. Now again I'm saying that we are not able to measure it. Okay, now if we are not able to measure it and there is no significant change, then only we are saying it is elastic collision. All of you understood this point, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now you have to understand things, like most importantly in the theories, in a way that you can tell and explain to others also. Okay, tell and explain to others also. Now, one of my main reasons with the teaching was that I had to make some theory. I had to tell the student the importance of theories. So kinetic theory of gases. Now, I hope you can appreciate some of the theories. Did you all do Vesper theory with me? Or no?
No, sir.
No, some of you did not do Vesper theory with me. But I think some of you did. I think, Razan, you did chemical bonding with us, na? भूल गई रज़ान तो लगता है. Yes, Razan? Or no?
Sir, one sec.
1 second. Chemical bonding भूल ही गए. तब तो नहीं पढ़ाया, समझिए हमने. I did not teach you
Sir,
Vesper
we
theory.
didn't did chemical bonding.
We didn't do chemical bonding. Okay. So I don't remember. Like we had so many new students coming in, like in between. Okay, so right, the fifth point, these collisions are perfectly elastic. That is, no loss of energy occurs when the molecule collide with each other and with walls of container. Now write the next point. There are no force of interaction between the particles at ordinary temperature and pressure. What does that mean? See, I mean, the reason for this point is that, for example, if we had a particle, let us say this is particle 1, and we have this particle which is particle 2. Okay, so please listen, don't write. Now, if they have some attractive interaction between them, then their movement will be dependent on the second atom. For example, if the second atom is going in this direction, it is going in this direction, then what will happen? The first one will also follow this same path, right, towards the second one. Now, since they are not having any force of attraction, that means they will be independent. And also, let us say, for example, if they had repulsive force of interaction, then if one is going in this way, then two will run away from it because it is repulsive force. Now, if there is no force of attraction, it means that, please write this with me, they move completely independent of one another. Now, so since now the last point is just an explanation of the pressure part. For example, like what is pressure? Pressure is force per unit area, force per unit area. Now, what is the force that the gaseous atoms are putting? So these gaseous atoms are colliding with the walls of the container, and due to this collisions, we have pressure. So the pressure exerted by gas is due to the collisions on wall. Now, last point. This last point is regarding the movement and how fast things are moving inside. And what is determining that movement. Okay, so as we know, if there will be high pressure, that means what? If there will be high pressure, it means that there will be the motion. The motion of these particles, the speed of these particles will be very high. Now, that is determined by mainly temperature. Now, if we say motion or kinetic energy, it is the same thing. But here we have to say the average kinetic energy, because each of the particle will have different velocities and speeds. But on an average, they will have some kind of speed. Okay, they will have some average speed. So the average kinetic energy of the gas is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Absolute temperature. Okay, so see, this is important. Why? Because if I say kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature, then I will have kinetic energy which is equal to some constant. Let us say some constant, and then here we have the temperature like this. It means that if I have temperature as 0, then kinetic energy should also be 0. Then this can be only true. This can be only true if we have what? If we have the Kelvin scale, that is the absolute temperature. Because if I have 0 degrees Celsius, that means this temperature is what? There is some temperature at 0 degrees Celsius. It is not completely exactly 0, like 0 in the true sense. It is a pseudo 0, I would say. That is why this is important that you say kinetic energy is directly proportional to what? Directly proportional to the temperature. And this temperature should be in Kelvin scale. This is important, okay? This is important. So let me know, do I need to scroll up? Is there anyone who has to write the previous parts? No one? Okay, so just please raise your hand if you're done. Okay, raise your hand if you're done. And I will give you 2 more minutes. So just read all the 8 points all together once, and let me know if you have doubt in any one of the points, and if you're not able to make sense of any one of those points. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes. Raise your hand if you're done, guys. Oh, okay, all of you are done. Okay, yeah, you can lower your hands. You can lower your hands. Now, write the next topic for today, that is Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution and molecular speeds. Okay. The next topic. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. Maxwell-Boltzmann distribution. Now, what is this distribution? So this distribution is regarding the speeds of what? The speeds of different gases atoms. Okay. Now, what he did was he plotted x-axis and a y-axis, x-axis and a y-axis. And in the x-axis, he wrote the molecular speeds. With the molecular speed, and here in the y-axis we have the fraction of molecules. Okay, what does it mean, fraction of molecule? For example, if it let us see here it is 0.1, here we have 0.2 now, and here we have 0.3, here we have 0.5, something like this. Okay, so we have here the fractions of molecules, the fraction of molecules. Now, what is the use of these fraction and how was the molecular speed? Need to Now, obviously, this is the zero speed, and if there is some gas, then obviously it won't have any particle which will be having zero speed. Okay, which will be having zero speed. I mean, you can have zero speeds only like for a fraction of second, when the things are colliding, when two particles are colliding. So I would start with somewhere here, and I will say that the molecular speed of very less particles will be low, and most of them will be having very high molecular speed. So there will be a steep increase in the graph. Okay. Now at some point, you will get to the maximum. You will get to the maximum molecular speed, and from there, what will happen? Things will start going down. That means the number of particles with higher speed will be less and less. So the fraction of fraction of molecule with higher speed is what? Less and less. Okay, it is less and less. Okay. Now, I want all of you to please tell me, if I go in this way, this graph, okay, we have this graph here. So I need, let us say, Khalil, you will tell me, okay? So as we are moving in this way, the molecular speed is increasing, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
The molecular speed is increasing, and now it is at the peak, Anna? And after that, it will be decreasing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how many of you agree with this? Tell me, all of you understood this, yes or no? Maimuna, Mazia,
Yes, sir.
Nafi,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
all of you? Okay. कैसे समझ गए आप लोग इतनी बकवास बात? Once again, listen. Khalil, you will answer me, okay? Khalil, you will again answer me. Once again, all of you look, okay? All of you look and tell me. The molecular speed is increasing, yes or no? Yes, Khalil? Now it is decreasing here. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. ऐसे क्यों लग रहा है आपको decrease कर रहा है? How do you determine if something is decreasing or increasing? If you have access? What you are saying essentially is, Khalil, that this molecular speed is low and this molecular speed is high, or that this molecular speed is high. Is that so?
No, sir.
All of you understood this point?
Fraction
Yes,
of
Yes, sir.
Fraction is decreasing, okay? Okay, so please note this point. It is very important. Okay, many students, see, I asked this question why? Because I know you will be making a mistake here. Because ऐसे ऊपर नीचे होते हुए लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि हाँ इंक्रीज करा डिक्रीज करा, बट क्या इंक्रीज कर क्या डिक्रीज कर रहा है? जो भी टीचर बोल रहा है हाँ में हाँ मिला देते हैं, वही डिक्रीज कर रहा होगा, वही इंक्रीज कर रहा होगा, बट नो, molecular speed is increasing, okay? And the fraction, so there is a change in what the fraction is getting up and down. Okay, so molecular speed is always increasing in this graph. Okay, if you are going from right to left, so moving from right to left, this is very important. I mean, to interpret graphs is a skill, and you must have got many graphs in physics, at least I would say, till here. So from right to left, what is happening? The molecular speed is increasing, and I would say molecular speed is increasing, and also from right to left, if I go from right to left, if I go in this graph, then what is happening to the fraction? Fraction is first increasing, okay, then it is decreasing. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have so if I look at this point here, okay, and if I plot this here, right? So this is what, this is the speed that most of the elements, most of the particles is having, right? The majority of the particle is having this speed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
In the y-axis we plotted the fraction, so this is the highest line that you can get, and that's why this is the most number of molecules are having this particular speed. That is why it is known as, that is why this is known as most probable speed. Most probable speed. Okay, what is this? This is UMP. Write U properly and maybe get it. Okay, this is UMP.
So can you explain once again?
This, okay, so what is this? Is this the top speed, Khalid?
No, sir.
Is this the, no, no, what is this then? What does this peak represents?
The highest fraction of molecules.
Highest fraction. Highest fraction. That means the most number of molecules or particles have this speed, right?
Oh,
Got it? So that is
Yes.
the most probable speed. It means that if you pick one of these molecules, the most probable speed will be this particular speed because the highest number of fraction is having this speed. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. It is not the average. It is not the average. It is the most probable. For example, you can say that इतने बच्चों को 1 marks मिला, 2 marks मिला, but majority of them got 7 marks. Some of them got 8 marks. Some of them got 9 marks. Very less of them got 10 out of 10. है ना? So you can understand in this way if you talk about classes. So this is the most probable marks in terms of marks, if I say. Understood it? Yes or no, Khalil?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now write some remarks. Write some remarks. Write the first point. The fraction of molecules with very low or very high speed is very small. What it is? It is very small. No? What is so they are talking about these regions. They are talking about these regions. So this region, it has, okay, which color is this? I am right now color, no, not me, but my PC, it is kind of color blind right now. So I can see what I will do some, yeah, this point and this point. We're talking about these points here in the first point. Okay. Now write the next point. The fraction of molecule having higher and higher speed increases. Okay. Now please remember we are what we are saying. We are saying higher and higher speed increases. This increase is regarding the fraction, not regarding the molecular speed, because we have already stated about molecular speed that it is going higher and higher. Okay. That means we are moving right to. हाँ, ये तो हमने इतना बड़ा गलती लिख दिया, आप लोगों ने कुछ बोला ही नहीं, राइट टू लेफ्ट लिख दिया हमने। अरब में रह के आप लोग क्या उल्टा लिखने लगे, सब कुछ लेफ्ट टू राइट होगा ना? करेक्ट कर लीजिए इसको। Okay, the fraction of molecules having higher and higher speed goes on increasing till it reaches the peak. Okay, what is it? What is this word it? What does it mean?
The highest point.
Till it reaches, what reaches? The peak. ये तो peak हो गया तो the highest point is that peak one ना. So what reaches the peak? It reaches the peak.
Fraction of molecules.
Yes, very good. It is fraction. It is again talking about fraction of molecules. Okay, we are talking about fraction of molecules, and this is the it which is written here. It is not the speed. Please remember that. This is the fallacy that most of the students have. Till it reaches the peak, and then it starts decreasing. Again, here also this it means the fraction of molecules and not the molecular speed. Molecular speed is always increasing if we are moving from left to right in the plot. Right, the third point, the maximum fraction of molecule, the maximum fraction of molecule possess a speed corresponding to the peak in curve. Corresponding to the peak in curve. Corresponding to the peak in curve. This speed is known as most probable speed. I'll write this down. Let me know if you're done.
Done, sir.
All of you done? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, right, factors affecting the UMP, the most probable speed. What is the first factor? The first factor is obviously temperature. So what do you think what will happen to the speed if we increase the temperature? The most probable speed will? अरे बोलिए, what will happen if we increase the temperature?
Decreases.
The speed will decrease. Think about it and tell, no? Think about it and tell me. Use the 8th point that we have written about the in the kinetic theory of gases and tell me.
So increase.
Increase, na? Why? Because kinetic energy is directly proportional to the temperature. And if you're talking about the average kinetic energy, it means that the average, if the average will shift to the greater side, that means the most probable speed will also shift towards the increasing side, and it will be more inclined towards the increasing side. So I can write UMP is directly proportional to temperature. Because if you are increasing the temperature, then obviously we will be increasing the kinetic energy. That means the motion. So temperature directly proportional. Okay. Now, second point is the molar mass. Second point is molar mass. So UMP is what? I mean, what can move faster? A heavier thing or a lighter or a light gas? What do you think? A lighter particle which will move faster? Light particle. Hai na? That means if you want this high, I have to keep this low. That means it will be inversely proportional to the molar mass. Right? If molar mass is low, the speed will be higher. So write these 2 points, and then you have to do questions. So you have plots here. Now in this first plot, you will have Let us say that this particular plot was this is fraction here, and here we have the molecular speed. Not working now. Wait a second. I need to share the screen again. And this was measured at temperature, let's say T1. Okay. And then you have a similar plot, but this was measured in some different temperature, let us say. Okay. I need to erase these parts. You have to send the answer in chat. Okay, Maimuna. Okay, Minashi. I hope you can explain the answers also, okay? Since you're giving the answers, I hope you can explain it also. Okay, so I think you have not done these type of graphs. Okay, let us see. Okay, only Maimuna and Minashi has given me answer. Razan, Khalil, Mazia. Okay, Khalil. So obviously there is some benefit if you are talking with the teacher. Okay, Razan. Okay, Mazia. Razan, can you explain the answer?
What is proportional to molar mass? So
What? What did you say?
E1 is proportional to temperature. So if the temperature increases,
एक तो इतना हल्के बोल रही हैं ये कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है. Khalil, can you explain the answer?
Yes, sir. So the temperature is directly proportional to the molecular speed. So most probably molecular speed is higher in term of in the second case T2. So the temperature will also be higher.
No, it will be higher. So now I will give you now, maybe if you want to write this, maybe you can write it somewhere in the rough. I will give you a way how you have to see and interpret the graphs. Okay, so all of you, those who have answered A, okay, no, why did you answer A? Because your T1 ऊपर था, इस वजह से all of you answered A. Yes, right, Mamuna? You saw this T1 is higher. Yes or no, Mamuna?
Yes, sir. The fraction of molecules in T1 is higher, so that's why I chose T1. I mean A option.
The fraction is higher. So what I mean, is there any relationship with fraction of molecules and the temperature?
No.
So it doesn't make sense. That choice was not an informed choice, right? Yes, Mamuna?
I saw it like that only. Like I didn't get an idea about the relationship.
अच्छा, you didn't. हाँ, तो ठीक है, वहीं से start करते हैं. So first of all, they have asked about temperature, है ना, Mamuna? They have asked about temperature,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But is there any axis which is giving me temperature? Like, then it would be very easy, na? That if I asked about where is the more number of fraction of molecule, then I will obviously say in the orange one plot we have more number of molecules because we can directly plot. Right? So is temperature given in any of the axes directly?
No.
No, it is not given. Now we have to look at the axes. What are the axes? We have fractions of molecule, and then we have what? We have the molecular speed. So which of these axes has some relationship with the temperature, is related to temperature? Which of these axes?
Molecular speed.
Molecular speed. Okay, so the first thing that we will do now, we will first of all write the molecular speed. So this may be the molecular speed, I hope, for the T2 one. It will be somewhere here. It will be somewhere here, and for the T1, pardon me for my inaccuracy, it will be somewhere here. So I will say this is MP1 and this will be MP2. Now, what should I write? I mean, which one of them is correct? MP1 is what? Smaller than MP2? Or is the reverse? Tell me. What
No,
is the
that
case?
is correct.
That is correct
MP1
only,
is
na?
smaller than, yeah.
Yeah. So I can write MP1. It is what? It is smaller than MP2. Okay. Now what you will do? You will write as T1, T2. Don't write anything till now. Now you tell me what is the relationship between MP, molecular speed, and temperature? Is it direct or indirect?
Direct.
To the same sign. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
So you have this particular way that you will always approach. Okay. You don't, what I can say, don't depend on your logic. Okay, don't depend on your logic. This method is error proof. You first identify whether if they have asked something, is it directly given on the axis? It can be. They can directly ask you something sometimes just to trick you. So if they have asked temperature, just look whether one of the axes is temperature directly or not. If it is not temperature, then think which of these axes is related to temperature. Then when you identify that axis, what you will do, you will first of all compare the parameters or the values for the axis only. Okay, for that axis, as I have done here. And after that, you will write the same thing. I mean, the parameters 1 and 2, and depending on whether it is directly proportional or inversely proportional. If it is directly proportional, you will keep the sign same. If it is inversely proportional, you will just change the sign. Okay, so you always have this approach when you are dealing with graphs. And in the graphs, you have to compare the plots. Okay? One particular parameter of the plot.
Yes.
Any doubt? Mazia, Minashi, anyone? No.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So let me just select this, and we are going to do one more graph. But rather than the T1 and T2, here we will be having M1 and M2. So this is having molar mass 1, and this is having molar mass 2. Okay, M1 and M2. And you have these options. M1 is greater than M2. M1 is smaller than M2. M1 is equal to M2. None. And so please do the same way as you have done the previous case. graphs can be confusing. So whenever you see some different type of graphs, please try to get some kind of approach, I would say, so that you are dependent on the approach and not on your brain. Yes, Maimuna. Okay, Khalil has also given the answer, and though this answer is from Asia, but it is a old answer. Yes, I'm waiting for others. Minashi, Mazia, yes, Razan. What happened, Mazia, Minashi? You guys are here only, na? Okay, Mazia, what about you?
So I said,
Where did you send? आपने किसे भेज दिया? I think you sent it to Learning View. Okay, yes, Mazia, I got it. Okay, so Minashi, can you please turn the to Kim you sent? Mazia, can you please turn the mic on? Yes, Mazia. Hello, no. Okay, Minashi, can you turn the mic on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is this M? Tell me now. What is this M1 and M2?
Molar mass.
Molar mass. It is molar mass. Okay, okay. So you will tell me, do we have any axis in which we have represented molar mass? Is there any axis?
It's inversely proportional.
No, no, I'm not asking that. I'm asking, do you see any axis in which we have written molar mass?
No.
No, we have not. So now, what is the axis? We have fraction, and then we have the molecular speed. So you will tell me once more. Molar mass is related to fractions or fraction of molecule or the molar mass. Sorry, or the molecular speed. The molar mass is related to fraction or the molecular speed.
Molecular speed.
Molecular speed. So now tell me, molecular speed here is MP1 is smaller than MP2. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now I will write what I said that you write like this M1 and corresponding to this you will write M2. है ना? MP1 के लिए M1 and for MP2 you will write M2. Now you tell me it is inversely proportional or directly proportional, these two? Yes, Minashi?
Inversely.
Then you change the sign. So option A. क्या गलती? Why? I mean, where did you get wrong? How did you get it wrong, Minashi? What did you do wrong? Tell me now. Did you write this? Tell me. Did you write this?
No, sir.
मीनाक्षी did you? No ना. देखिए आप लोग के सामने है एकदम मौजूद. इन्होंने नहीं लिखा, नहीं हुआ है ना. आई एम सेइंग डोंट डिपेंड ऑन योर ब्रेन, डिपेंड ऑन एन अप्रोच जो हम पढ़ा रहे हैं. ठीक है ना. आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस ओनली बिकॉज like myself, I have done these mistakes. Then only I will sit down sometime and I will think about like how to have an approach. I will not rely on my mind because minds can be, it is very confusing. It is like an illusion. Yes or no, Khalil? Huh?
Yes.
And it is like an illusion. Like if you see here, like in the temperature one, it is more of an illusion in the temperature one because you see this is very high, this is low, but still temperature is high here. How? So it will take some time because you have not been trained with the graphs. Like in 10th standard tak to kuch nahi rehta, but in 11th standard you get a lot of graphs. So slowly you will come to know. Okay, slowly you will come to know. But please keep getting these type of approaches for the graphs. Okay. Now the next part is, so other than this molecular speed, that is the most probable speed, we have some different speed also. So please write down with me. molecular speeds. Okay, molecular speed. So first thing, so we have no, well, we have already done, that is the most probable speed. So there are three types, there are three parts. Let me write it like this. One is most probable. Then you have one, what is known as average speed. And then last one is known as root mean square. Root mean square speed. Okay. Now this most probable speed is given by u of mp. Average speed is given by u, and in the subscript you have av. Root mean square is given by u, and in the subscript you have rms. Okay, rms. For ump, ump you have already seen in the graph what it is, and u average is, okay, I have this very bad habit. Whenever I want to write u, I write it mu. U average is equal to u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus so on. What is this u1, u2, and u3? These are the speeds of the first particle, second particle, third particle, fourth, so on till the n particles divided by the total number of particles. What is n? N is equal to total number of particles. Okay. Now please remember that these are not formulas. I'm writing the definition. Okay. Do you understand how this is a definition? Yes or no? Achha. So if I talk about average speed, so how will you define it? You will say that it is the average of different speeds of all molecules. It is the average of different speed of all molecule. Okay, different speed of all molecule. So you'll write that statement, and then you will write this root mean square. What is the root mean square? So I will write what is urms. What is urms? You have what? You have first the square. You have first the square terms. Okay, fine. Square terms u1 square plus u2 square of all the speed, u2 square plus u3 square, and dot dot dot. And for these square terms, to take out the mean, that means divided by n, the total number of molecules. You will get the mean, and then just put a root over it. So you square the speed, then the mean, then root it. Then you root it. That means it is the square root of the mean of the squares of different speeds of the molecule. It is the square root, right? It is the square root of what? The mean of squares of different speed. So please write this down. The three parts. Okay, one thing is that most probable speed, you have an idea. I mean, what the significance is average speed. Again, you can, from average speed, we can calculate the average kinetic energy. Your homework is, what is the use of this speed? The very fancy root mean square speed, where it is used, and why do we have this? I know, because it doesn't make any sense. Like, what is the use of this? This is your homework. What is the use of this? Of the root mean square speed. Let me know if you're done, guys. Done, guys? Yes or no? Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Done. All of you done? Okay, fine. Now we will write the formulas. All of these were definitions. Okay, all of these were definitions. MP, it is equal to. So these are derived equations. 2RT upon M. M is the molar mass here. R is the universal gas constant. T is the temperature. And then you have U of average. It is equal to under root 8RT upon pi M. It is equal to 8RT upon pi M. Third one is URMS, which is equal to under root 3RT upon M. Okay. Now I want to calculate the ratio of U of MP is to U of average is to U of RMS. Okay, I will write all the terms here first. 2 RT upon M. This guy is 8 RT upon pi M. And this body here is 3 RT upon M. Now, since these are what? Since these are ratios, that means these are fractions. That means I can eliminate the RT upon M, but I cannot eliminate the root part. Okay, we cannot eliminate the root part. For example, root 2 by root 3 is just not equal to 2 by 3, right? But if I have something like this, root of let us say 6 by what do we have here? Root of 9, then I can say that root of 6 is what? Root of 3 into root of 2, है ना? This will be divided by root of 3 into root of 3. So this 3 and 3 can be cancelled. Okay, 3 and 3 can be cancelled, but not otherwise. The roots cannot be cancelled. So what I can do cancelling here, I can cancel the RT by M terms. Okay, so I can cancel this RT by M, this RT by M, this RT by M. Now what I will be remaining here is root 2 from this side, and here will be having 8 by pi under root, and here we'll be having 3 by only 3, root 3. Now I will be dividing all these terms with root 2. So this will be root 2 over root 2 is 2. Here we will be having under root 8 upon 2 pi. This will be root under 3 by, okay, I can say it as root 3 by root 2. It's the same thing, root 2. Now this will be what? What will be this value? Tell me, all of you. I think you can tell me what is root 2 by root 2?
1.
Root 2. Very good. 1. No, this is 1. Approximate this, na? What will be this? Somewhere around. Achha, which will be larger? This will be larger or this will be larger? Tell me about that. So it is something like this, na? I can say it is root, 8 by 6, yes or no? So if it is 8 by 6, this will be what? This will be 4 by 3. 4 by 3, na? This will be 4 by 3. And what is this? This is under root 1.5. So tell me which is higher. This is higher or this is higher? A or B? Which is higher? Root 1.5 is higher or root 4 by 3 is higher? 4 by 3. 1.5 is higher, है ना? A is higher, very good. So, obviously this is equal to 1.128 and this is root 3 by 2, no? This is equal to 1.224. So from this ratio, what we can say is U of the most probable speed. It is the smallest. Then we have U of average, and after that we have U of RMS. Let me know if you're done, okay?
Done, sir.
Okay.